Hello, today I will be presenting my information on collaborative support systems for students with severe intellectual disabilities. My goal is to identify specific areas in regards to collaborations for students with severe intellectual disabilities. Not only do I want to mention different teaching models, I want to speak on different collaboration methods with parents, the community, collaboration amongst educational staff, and collaboration involving the students and their particular preferences. I will also reiterate the importance of assistive technology and the importance of incorporating social skills for students, the betterment of students' educational plans. All right, so here we go with my presentation. Incorporating collaborative support for students with severe intellectual disabilities.
Welcome. My name is James Short, course EDUF 7116, and this is my presentation on incorporating collaborative support programs for students with severe intellectual disabilities. All right, the title of my peer review article is Critical Component of Successful Inclusion of Students with Severe Disabilities by Turki Alkanari and Diane Gutt. And this was published in the International Journal of Special Education. Okay, when we think about collaboration, the first thing that comes to mind to a lot of people are teaching collaboration. However, it is very critical that we also include collaboration of not only the teachers' collaboration, but also collaboration amongst the students, parents, as well as community collaboration. All right, first we must collaborate to set goals for the individual with the severe disabilities. Then we must identify what will be the appropriate placement for the child to learn in. All right. This research stated that students with severe intellectual disabilities benefited from being in a general education classroom because it helped promote their social skills, motor skills, and it also allowed the students to build friendships amongst others. However, in the general education classroom, we must also collaborate to understand what accommodations and modifications must be made in an attempt to better educate the students with severe intellectual disabilities. For example, we must know what assistive technology devices to use, which teaching methods enhances the child's learning, as well as come up with innovative ways in which we can build upon the student's strength and also bring along their weaknesses. Collaboration is not just teaching methods. It is everybody that is involved in the student's educational plan. The purpose of this presentation is to identify the correlations between community service programs and students with severe intellectual disabilities. I will identify methods that will enhance the learning outcomes for students with severe intellectual disabilities. I will then provide in-depth examples of how these service programs can be beneficial to students with severe intellectual disabilities. By law, all students are allowed to receive a free and appropriate public education. The Council for Exceptional Children believes children, youth, and young adults with disabilities should be served whenever possible in general education classroom and inclusive neighborhood schools and community settings. Such settings should be strengthened and supported by an infusion of specially trained personnel and other appropriate supportive practices according to the individual needs of the child. Welcome. Introduction. The American with Disabilities Act of 1990 was a set of laws that prohibited discrimination based upon disability. This created an outlet for individuals with intellectual disabilities to participate with their non-disabled peers in community projects, as well as having equal opportunity rights in the employment sector. Research shows that this integration and these programs develop one's self-determination, social skills, and choice-making skills. An intellectual disability is a disability characterized by significant limitations in both intellectual functioning and in adaptive behavior, which covers many everyday social and practical skills. This disability originates before the age of 18. To enhance the learning of individuals with intellectual disabilities, we must take into consideration the community environment which is typical of the individual's peers and culture. We as educators must also consider the linguistic diversity and cultural differences in the way these people communicate, move, and behave. What does this mean? This means that as we collaborate to determine an effective educational plan, we must understand the long-lasting effects that it may have. For example, self-determination skills allows individuals to appreciate their strengths and acknowledge their limitations. It creates plans to achieve their goals, and it also sets demanding yet realistic goals for themselves, and it allows them to accept responsibilities for their choices and decisions. Developing these students' social skills are important because it will allow them to function in their daily lives. In order to be independent, these students must be able to navigate through social situations. In 1998, the U.S. Department of Education stated that on a typical day, 79% of students with disabilities spent their time in a general education classroom. The question is this the least restrictive environment? Even though many of these students demonstrated academic proficiency, many parents still advocated for the improvement in the effectiveness and quality for inclusive settings in the educational program for their child.
In general, students with disabilities educated in inclusive settings received higher grades and achieved higher scores on standardized tests than students with disabilities placed in separate classrooms. Students with severe disabilities increased academic performance in main academic skills such as reading and mathematics in the context of cooperative learning groups in an inclusive setting.
Research shows that students whose parents and community are collaborative working in their student education are more likely to adapt well to school, attend school more regularly, complete homework assignments more consistently, earn higher grades and test scores, graduate and go on to college, have better social skills, show improved behaviors, have better relationship with their parents, and have higher self-esteem. As children grow older, the teaching methods as well as the parent and community collaboration methods must change. As students grow older, we should develop their independent skills while increasing their achievement goals. Research shows that schools have shown success when they have the support of the parents, ranging from assisting in the development of homework routines, limiting television and social media use, and helping students prepare for post-secondary education. All right, collaboration also includes assistive technology. All right, assistive technology encourages students with severe disabilities to more effectively participate in various activities. All right, this should be emphasized as a group collectively during the annual IEP meeting. According to the research, assistive technology devices ensure that the unique needs of each student with disabilities are met. All right, there are two types of assistive technology devices, which are low-tech devices and high-tech devices. And low-tech devices may be adapted spoons, it may be something simple as a switch or a picture board, and the high-tech technology can be something such as a computer or a high-power wheelchair. All right, assistive technology devices are important because they are used as a tool to help enhance the learning potential for students with disabilities. All right, collaboration amongst educators. It is important to understand that as educators, we all must share responsibility in the overall success of each student. All right, according to the research, a successful collaboration team should be able to take into consideration the unique needs of each student and ways to meet these needs in an appropriate manner. This isn't just the student's particular teacher. These are every teacher, every paraprofessional, every support staff member that comes into any type of involvement with the student's education. A successful collaboration team will identify the goals and objectives for each student. All right? A successful collaboration team will identify the skills, strengths, and weaknesses for each student with a severe intellectual disability.
All right, so as you can see, collaboration isn't just teaching methods. It's a plethora of things in which it caters to the betterment of the student's education. Thank you, and this summarized my presentation on collaboration methods for students with severe intellectual disabilities.